Hey there, YouTube. Good to see you. So this is another edition of Walking Thoughts. I'm out at lunchtime. I'm getting my steps in so that I can stop being so fat. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of being 100% sure, and as it relates to things in the paranormal, such as like paranormal community, skeptical community, debunking community. Like when you're 100% sure something is a ghost or that it's fake or something like that, and just say a few words that basically that's not something that I ever say, because I can't. When we look at videos and we're convinced that it's either a some kind of paranormal experience, whether it's like an interaction with an alleged ghost, or that we look at a video or a photograph and say, no, that was faked. Somebody faked that. They did a mask or an overlay or practical effect or something like that. Too many people, I find, in my experience, say that it's 100% real or 100% fake. And both sides, you simply can't say that because you don't have enough evidence. There's very few things that we can say 100% guarantee, like this is it, unless you have sufficient evidence to back it up. And when it comes to paranormal claims, no matter what side of the fence you're on, we can't say 100%. Somebody gets a weird video, a strange photograph, and they think, well, going in there, they're a ghost hunting team, they believe in ghosts, they believe in this and that, and I had this weird experience, and in the few minutes that they spent trying to figure out what it might be, if they do that, not everyone does that, but in those few minutes, if you can't figure it out, many times the routine is that it is accepted as something like strange, or hey, that's weird, and then eventually it becomes a paranormal experience. And some people are convinced, like right off the bat, this is 100% a ghost. I can't tell you how many times somebody has told me that. This is 100% a ghost. Someone's calling me. Don't they know I'm doing a YouTube video? There we go. Okay. And it's funny, like when people say that, like this is 100% a ghost, I know because I was there. Like, yeah, being there in the moment at the time something occurred is important. I mean, most times it's important. It can give you the best insight. But even when people say, I was there, many times they're talking about an experience that happened down the hall or on another floor, like above them or below them. It happened like they saw it in a window when they were outside, and it happened in the building. So technically, no, they weren't there. You know, they weren't at the spot where the event actually happened. So we must take that into consideration. And also, when on the other side, when people look at like a video or a photograph and say that's 100% fake. Yeah, I mean, we can. This is difficult because based on people's reputation, like the recent Candlegate, which is funny. I love how we have like Pramgate and Bubblegate, and now we have Candlegate. We have a lot of gates. So, where was I? This is just random thoughts. You can tell I don't have any notes. But saying something is 100% fake, you really, I mean, we can go on the reputation of people like Lee with Candlegate. That's where I was going with this. You can say, yeah, like he's got a reputation for faking stuff. He fakes shit all the time. That's basically what his channel is, faking videos in order to get views. You'll never see an independent and especially skeptical person on his videos, because that just would destroy what he's doing, or make him look sillier than he already does. But at the same time, like, I have the philosophy of if you are going to say something is absolutely fake, you should show your work. And that gets into the videos that I did on this Candlegate thing. I did 3 videos on it showing 3 different ways. 2 were similar, but 3 different ways one trick could be done. And that's basic magic 101. You never do a trick that only has one way out, because if you do, you fuck yourself. You really do. Because if anything goes wrong, even the slightest little mistake goes wrong, the trick is over and it's spoiled. So most magicians that I've gotten to know over the years, they have different ways of figuring out how to get out of a trick or complete a trick. And likewise, when we see people making videos of candles moving or objects falling off of shelves or anything moving around the room or a ghost appearing, there's several ways to do it. You can do it with video editing. I mean, so many people can get software now, and it's very simple to do. It doesn't take much. But there's also practical effects, because I feel like today too many people jump right to video editing and forget about practical effects. And maybe that's just my generation. You know, we grew up with practical effects. Everything was practical. We did things. And being able to show that, I think, is important. Not just saying something is fake, but being able to say, hey, you know, like, I think this is fake, and I'm going to show you how. And then proceed to do it. And then proceed to do it again. But in those videos, I will say, this is how I would do it. This is how I'm thinking it was done. Or this is one way I came up with. And there's been times in the past, over the last couple years, where I've done several videos on the same experience or same video, because later on I thought, you know what? I could probably do it with thread. I could probably do it with like a oh my god, there was one Leighton, Manchester 666 on TikTok. He was doing videos where he had it was like UK dollar bills. I think it was UK bills. I don't know what kind of money it was. It wasn't American money. So it was different money. But he was making the dollar bills move around. And he had like other things around it, like other pieces of paper and stuff. And there were several ways to do it. You could do magician's thread. You could overlay it. I used a turkey baster at one point and just did squeezed in the rubber ball on the end and did little puffs of air where it just blew the dollar bill that I wanted to move. And even though there were pieces of paper all around it within like an inch or so, it didn't affect anything except what I wanted it to. And that was a practical effect. And it was fun. And can I say this is how it could be done? Yes. Can I say that's 100% how he did it? No. I guess so. The big point here, god damn, I'm fat. I'm out of breath. The point is that when we're looking at videos and we're trying to declare whether they're real or they're fake, I would encourage people to stop saying it's 100% fake. It's 100% real. Because you, in fact, do not know that. And then when you come across someone from the other side that asks questions, like, how do you know it's fake? How do you know it's real? That was a bug that just slammed me in the forehead. When you're doing that, then you're talking about having to defend your work. And that's what it means when you have to show your work. You have to defend it. You have to give the reasons why that you think it's real or fake. You have to give the reasons why you suspect that the person is not being honest or mistaken, and then show your work, because that's the best way to do it. You can talk all day long saying it's fake or not. I mean, you can talk as much as Seg talks, because he talks a lot. But it still doesn't convince anyone until you actually demonstrate it. Unless, of course, it's all about information. That's a different topic. Where am I in this? I think that's all I want to say. You know, just be careful of how you phrase things, of how we phrase things. Because if you're not 100% sure, if there's any doubt, don't claim to be 100% sure, you know? Because that kind of makes you look silly. And if you cannot produce the sufficient data and or evidence to show that without a doubt this is exactly what happened, then you're going to feel silly when someone else comes with an idea. And there's always going to be comments in the comments of people disagreeing with you and telling you that no, it's done this way, or I'm leaning towards this, which is good for discussion. But again, if you're coming into the comments of a video that I made and telling me, no, you're wrong, it's something else, then by all means, show your work. Don't just tell me I'm wrong. Show me that I'm wrong. And if you can, awesome. Or maybe you can show me a different way that gets into the mix, which is great, because then we all learn. We all learn together different ways of doing things, and it helps us grow and have the ability to spot different techniques. You know, whether you use thread or you use a magnet, there's looks to them. There's looks to how things move that sometimes it looks different, sometimes it looks very similar. Sometimes you can move things with thread or a magnet and it looks exactly the same. Other times there's a quality, I can't describe it, there's a quality that looks different, especially when you have magnets that repel. You know, there's that certain certain look. I don't know. I can't really describe it. I can demonstrate it, but I can't describe it. So anyway, this is a long video, 12 minutes of me just ranting about different stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense. And I'm sure if it doesn't, you'll let me know in the comments. But feel free to discuss this in the comments and bring it up. And just a reminder, it is Thursday. There will be no show, no Skeptical Health Bar tomorrow night, Friday night. I'll be at Penhurst Asylum for their Paracon this weekend, and Donna and I are heading down there tomorrow morning to the hotel, and then we're probably going to crash. It's like 6 hours, and we're going to see who we can meet up with, because this is usually a big conference that a lot of our friends that we don't see anymore are going to attend. So we're probably going to try to hook up with some friends, and then Saturday morning we got to get up early and set up. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Donna says it's going to rain Saturday, which sucks, because if it does, I can't set up, because everything that I have is paper or cardboard. So I ain't setting up in the rain. I mean, I'll go get my badge and stuff, and I don't know what's going to happen. But all right, hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Remember, never stop learning, and I'll see you next time.